my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shalita Maxine, and you are officially a BFF. So today we are doing this beautiful sultry smoky eye, but we are trying a new method, face first, as you could tell from the title, and I'm so excited to get into this. Let's jump right in. My client is going to make a cute little face, but that's because she was doing a TikTok, so don't let it alarm you. So of course, you guys know I always do brows and eyes first. Face first is definitely something I've done maybe a handful of times, but I'm really starting to like it. I feel like I just need a lot of bit more practice, and then I'll be able to really, get it down to a science. So I'm excited to share this with you guys. Don't judge me too hard. This is probably my 5th time doing face first, so I'm trying. We are learning together. So now I'm priming her eyes. You guys know how I prime, and I'm using the Hangover Replenishing Primer to prime her. For foundation, I'm starting with a cream first, and then I'm going to be applying a liquid in the center. And the foundations and shades will be listed below. You guys already know. I'm applying both with a flat foundation brush. This brush is from Shop Miss A. With applying face first, it's important for me that I don't put too much product on the brows, because once the face is set, in my head, it was going to be extremely difficult to wipe off the product without interrupting what's already set on her face. So I try my best to stay as far away from the brows as possible, but get close enough to where it melts seamlessly. And now I'm blending everything in with my Real Techniques brush. I received a comment that said that they wish that I talk less. So if I talk too much, guys, please let me know, because I asked that question before. Like, let me know if I'm talking too much. And I had a lot of comments that said, no, we enjoy your voiceover. So just let me know. Once again, if I am talking too much, I just feel like sometimes, most times, you need an explanation. And I like to explain not just what I'm doing, but why I'm doing what I'm doing. Blending everything else in with the Max Blur Beauty Blender. I know I said I wanted to stay away from them, but it was just something about the face looking as melted as possible prior to me setting it, and the Beauty Blender really helps with that process. Now I'm highlighting her face, of course, and I'm using the MAC Carve 1026 concealer brush to highlight. You guys, this brush is finally dropping Friday, April 8th, midnight. I'm so excited. It's going to be midnight Central Time, and I'm so excited. This brush is dropping right along with the Max Exact 827 brush, which I'll be using in a later video. And now I'm just highlighting like I normally would had I did her brows and her eyes first. I'm not deviating too much from my normal techniques. This is just something that I'm used to and that I feel comfortable with. One thing that I will take away from doing face first for the next time is that I will not set her forehead with powder. Once I got to her brows, I realized that I should have not set it with powder, because now I'm going over a matte base with liquid, and it could tend to look cakey. So next time I know that I will not set her forehead yet. I wait till her brows is done, and then I'll set. Now I'm contouring with my ultimate fave, the Black Opal foundation sticks. Black Opal needs to go ahead and sponsor me, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to start tagging them for me, because so many of my supporters on Instagram message me all the time like, hey, I got Black Opal because you said to get it. And so I'm gonna need Black Opal to go ahead and sponsor your girl. I did spray her face with Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and I did this because the concealers that I'm using did dry down, and so I wanted to make sure that everything would blend as seamlessly as possible. And a lot of the times when the product is beginning to dry down, it is hard to blend out. So it's important that you go ahead and wake the face up, go ahead and refresh your client's face. Now I'm making sure that I continue to blend out her under eye with the Max Blur Beauty Blender. And I'll be using this throughout the entire process. Whenever I am blending out the highlight and the contour, I like to go back and forth between the brushes. That's really how you get a clean surface. Never throw away the brush that you previously used. Always keep it handy, because when you alternate back and forth, it really creates a good balance between the products. And I didn't mean to say throw away. I meant to say put away. Like, don't put it down and forget about it. Keep it handy. And now I'm using Sacha Buttercup to set my client's face. I set in all areas that I highlight. And there I go again, highlighting her forehead. I did go over her lids because her lids started to crease and get a little bit oily. Y'all know oil likes to hide in those lid creases. So I went over that with some more powder. And for her direct under eye, I am using the RCMA No Color Setting Powder. It's so weird because now I'm feeling super conscious about talking in these tutorials. So once again, let me know if you guys do not like when I explain things thoroughly. If you just want me to pop in and out, let me know. I did bronze her up with the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Mocha Mami. Now, my favorite part, the brows. I'm using the MAC Brow Eyebrow Pencil, and this is the shade Chocolate. And I am being kind of soft but firm with my strokes because I am working over powder and I want that pigment to show up. So if that makes sense, you want to be soft with your strokes but kind of firm to make sure that color really shows up. And I'm outlining her brows and then filling them in very lightly, and also using my spoolie to help brush those hairs into place. Whenever you're working over product, when you're doing a face first, it's important to also have a face puff. I like to use my hands as an anchor, so I know that if I did not have that face puff, I would definitely be putting fingerprints and knuckle prints all over her face. So definitely use a face puff. That's my advice for today. The most satisfying part of this tutorial, I am now carving out her brows, and I am using the MAC Carve 1026 concealer brush. Once again, guys, this brush is dropping April 8th at midnight Central Time, and you can find this brush at www.maxluxestudios.com. I will link it in the description box below. Also, the first 50 orders will receive a free gift. So definitely make sure you guys are on it, grabbing your brush. I worked very, very hard on this brush. I mean, sample after sample after sample. I wanted it a certain way. I had an idea in mind, and I was not willing to settle for anything less. So trust me when I say this brush will be totally worth it. It's definitely the precision for me. This brush is so wide, so flat. It covers a lot of area in a short amount of time. It's definitely one of those brushes that anyone can use it, from a beginner to a pro. You are going to fall in love with this brush. And this is the part where I realized, okay, I just went over powder with liquid. So I did use my beauty blender, like I said before, to smooth it out. This is why you guys need to grab your Max Blur Beauty Blender, because this beauty blender will whip it all into shape. It was so seamless. It was as if I did not mess up and put powder first. So definitely make sure you guys grab that as well. Also, you guys, I will be hosting a Zoom masterclass in the coming weeks. So if you aren't already, please follow me at Cakes by Max on Instagram for all details and updates regarding that. I'm so excited because this will be a 2 technique demonstration. I'll be doing the brows and the eyes first, and then I'll be doing a different face where I'm doing the foundation first, and I'll be explaining everything in great detail, as well as product lists, giveaways, all that good stuff. So definitely make sure you guys are following me on Cakes by Max for those updates. To prime her lids, I am using the Rumor Base from P. Louise in the shade 0.5, and I'm using a fluffy tapered brush to blend that out. Now I'm using the bronzer from Juvia's Place. I forgot which one it is, but I'm using that as a transition shade. And I'm going all over her lid with this color. Honestly, this color by itself is bomb. I could have just left it like that, but we're going to do a smoky eye. I did pick up that RCMA powder to put a little extra underneath her eyes because I realized with the black I may have fallout, and I didn't want to chance it. Luckily, I didn't have much fallout because I used the Signature Drip palette. So, you guys, that black is everything, and it gave me very minimal fallout. Y'all, look at that base. Oh, that was so satisfying to watch. Now I'm using the Mocha shade from the Signature Drip palette, and I am just intensifying that crease color. I wanted to do a warm smoky eye, so I wanted to make sure that that color really stood out in the crease. Also, you guys, y'all probably wasn't paying no attention, but maybe are now. Excuse my bra strap. I am nursing, so my nursing bra sometimes is a little bit too loose. I didn't realize that it was twisted because I didn't feel it. So if that's an eyesore, I apologize. I didn't even realize that until right now. Now I'm using the Anglot Gel Liner in the shade 77, and I'm applying that very minimally to her lower lid, and then I'm going to blend that out with a M433 brush. This color mattes, like it dries extremely fast, so you have to work really fast with this gel liner. Now I'm using the black shade from the Signature Drip palette, the Royal shade from the Signature Drip palette, and I'm going right over that and blending out as I'm moving upward. I picked up that bronzer just to bring that warm color back. I wanted to mention to you guys, do not be afraid to use certain products in different areas of the face. I use bronzer on the eyes. I use bronzer on the lips. Like, do not feel like you have to use a certain product in a specific way and that's it. No, your products are universal. Use them however you see fit. Now, I did notice a small gap between her lash line and her lid, so I did use a little bit more of that gel liner to fill it in, and then I blended it out. Smoking out her lower lash line with that bronzer color first, and then that black shadow right on top, keeping it nice and soft. I am using MAC Mineralized Skin Finish to blend everything together. I applied my Max Hold Luxury Lash and Glitter Adhesive, and now I am applying the Bashira lashes that will also be releasing April 8th. These are my favorite lashes by far. I really, really love these lashes. I did my makeup on live last month, and the girls were like, what kind of lashes are those? We need those lashes. So I told them that it was coming, and it's here. So April 8th, these lashes will be on the site. I am using Wet n Wild lip liner in the shade Simma Brow Now to line her lips. Jacole lipstick on the lips, of course. This lipstick will also be restocked April 8th. They bought it up, so ever since I've been using it, it's been selling out like crazy. So definitely make sure you get your Jacole lipstick on Friday, April 8th. Still spraying to make sure everything is set, and we are refreshing that face once again. And now I'm just applying some clear gloss all over her lips. I did decide to put 2 rhinestones in the inner corner just to kind of make that smoky eye pop a little. Highlighting her with Grand Prize from MaxLuxe Studio. This is a loose highlighter, you guys. If you get this highlighter, it is so important to spray your face first with the setting powder and then apply the highlight. It is super, super fine crystals, so spraying the setting spray first will have the crystals adhere to your face a lot better. Okay guys, and we are officially complete. Do you guys like this look? I love it. This is so sexy for a date night. If you enjoyed this look, please give me a thumbs up, and if you stuck around this long, I appreciate you. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye BFFs.